Guys, June 2022, I am going to a call that says there is an error code on a Carrier Infinity thermostat. I'll look at my notes in a second and see what the code is on the dispatch notes, and then we'll see when we get there what it could be. Okay, so it says 81 thermal lockout in low stage, 4 hours is the code on the Carrier Infinity thermostat. So we'll see when we get there. I believe that code can be a couple of things. It can be low on pressure, which would be refrigerant pressure. It could be an overheating compressor due to a plugged coil. I believe it could be low pressure.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-84 East, US 7 North ramp to Waterbury, New Milford.
Outdoor fan could be bad. Could have an iced up coil inside because of if it was low on pressure. So there'll be a couple things I'm gonna look at anyway. But I think the typical things can be capacitor, contactor, fan, and low pressure, low on refrigerant, and maybe a plugged coil outside too. But we'll see when we get out. Just anything basically that can overheat a compressor. So 81 thermal lockout. Let's see when we get there. Summertime. Beautiful out. Air conditioned season, baby. Hey guys, I just got here. The homeowner told me that he went ahead and reset it this morning. Reset, cleared out the code. I guess he went to the breaker, turned off the condenser, then the air handler, and then swapped them back on, and has not, the code has not come back. So what I'm gonna do, this coil looks pretty dirty. Yesterday was like 95 degrees. So, not terribly dirty, but they can be very deceiving. Yeah, it's dirty. It's out here baking in the sun. So what I'm gonna do is hook up my gauges first, check standing pressure, and yeah, it's dirty. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it probably does. Check standing pressure and maybe operation pressure with the dirty coil. And then before I go ahead and charge anything, I will clean the coil and then get a proper reading. Unless it's drastically low where I can see there's a problem. But if it hasn't come back in a couple hours, it's probably a mixture of two. But I don't think it's I don't think it's going to be crazy low pressure. This is a 2011 Carrier condenser. Of course I will. But right now we're at 10.8, 10.9 subcooling, and we want a 13 degree subcooling right there. So let's let it run like 10 more minutes and see if we can't. So here's the filter we pulled out, which was pretty damn plugged. I don't think that was the issue, but I cleaned the coil thoroughly and have my subcool at 12. The coil was so bad all around. And I have all three zones opened. So I'm calling. I want a 12 or 13 degree subcooling. I'm at 12 and a half. I think he's in good shape. I think we're gonna leave this as all. Didn't need any refrigerant. And he's good. We'll go inside and take a temp split. I'm gonna put some suction line insulation on there for him. But again, change your filters. That'll cause low pressure. Not that it was a low pressure lockout, but still thermal lockout. That's dead on if I've ever seen it. And I don't have my superheat hooked up. I'm just talking out loud, so I don't have my superheat hooked up. All right, guys, thank you for watching. That was basically a call, as I was saying, thermal lockout, error code 81 on the thermostat, 3-zone system. As soon as I cleaned that coil, see, he really did have a 13 subcooling before the coil was cleaned, but my pressures were a lot higher. So when I cleaned the coil, the pressures came down, and that's all it was. So it's not throwing a code. I told him to call me if it is throwing a code, but again, just basic stuff, keeping coils clean, filters changed, making sure fans are running, and the pressures were good. So I'm not going to add anything irresponsibly unless I ever need to. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate everything. Thanks again.